am discussing the topic how do organism reproduce. This is the topic of 10th standard CBSE pattern chapter number 8. Let us discuss. Now here I am discussing the topic sexual reproduction in the organism. For that purpose, this is the diagram of flower, because this flower is the structural reproductive part of the plant. तो हम इसको डिस्कस करते हैं. There are variable part in the flower which is categorized into the two, accessory part and the necessary part. Accessory part is those part which is are helping in nature, जो सिर्फ सहायक part हैं, जो सिर्फ मदद करते हैं, और necessary part यानी कि अत्यावश्यक part हैं जो वो directly involve होते हैं reproduction में. So let us describe first the accessory part. First accessory part are the corolla, which individual member is known as petals. Petals are colored in nature. Generally they are 5 in number. Being colored in nature, they attract the pollinating agent, because we know that if the flowers are bright in their color, definitely they will attract the pollinating agent, that is the butterfly. But it is the amazing fact, ये बहुत आश्चर्य की बात है कि हनी बी सिर्फ और सिर्फ पीले रंग के फ्लावर्स को अट्रैक्ट होती है. They have the affinity grade towards the yellow colored flower. We know that they play very important role in the preparation of honeys. So these are the pollinating agent which is attracted by means of the corolla. So that's why it is accessory part. Next accessory parts of the flower is calyx. Calyx is made up of individual members, sepals. Sepals are also 5 in number, and being they are green in color, they perform photosynthesis. During the photosynthesis, energy is formed. That energy utilized by the flower during the act of reproduction. That's why the calyx and petals play the role of helping nature. The thalamus is the modified shoot. Actually the flower is modified shoot which modified for the purpose of reproduction. Thalamus is a highly reduced part of the shoot, it having the node and internode and showing the insertion of rest of the whorls. The all parts of the flower, either they are spirally arranged or they in the form of ring. The rings are termed as whorls. Okay, now let us discuss the necessary part. First part is the gynoecium. Gynoecium is the female part of the flower, which having the 3 portion. First is stigma, style and the ovary. Stigma is sticky in nature, while style is tubular one, which facilitate the entry of the pollen tube during the act of fertilization. Okay, now ovary is having the individual member carpels. Carpels are generally either united form or the free form. Inside the carpel or inside the ovule, the arrangement of ovules are there. That arrangement is known as placentation. Okay, the seeds are formed during the act of fertilization. These are the fertilized product. Okay student, here just I am discussing regarding the next male part of the flower, which is collectively termed as androecium. Androecium having the 3 parts. First is anther. There are 2 anther lobes which is connected by the connective tissue and attached to a tubular structure known as filament. Anther lobe, which are 2 in number, having the lobe inside, that lobe is known as microsporangia, and microsporangia have the microspore. Microspore in generally termed as pollen grains. Pollen grains are formed by the process of cell division, that is the meiosis. When the one meiosis occur in the sporogenous tissue of the microsporangia, there is a formation of the 4 pollen grains at a time. 4 pollen grains at a time, and in the pollen grains the 2 gametes are present. 2 gametes are present. So how it will be? 4 multiplied by 2, it will be 8. That means by a single cell division meiosis, which is occur a single time in the sporogenous tissue of microsporangia, there is a formation of the 8 male spores or 8 male gametes, or it is known as microspore. The germination of pollen grains lead into the formation of male gametophyte. Okay student, so this is the flower part which I deal to you. It is very important part. Actually it is highly condensed and modified shoot. So it is made up of the developing axis of the plant, so have the leafy part and the node and internode. So petals and sepals are the leafy part, androecium and gynoecium are also the leafy part, but they are modified in order to achieve the act of sexual reproduction in the plant. So this is the structure which is generally asked in the examination either for the 4 marks or for the 2 marks. 2 marks for the 2 or 3 marks for the diagram. So this is the typical diagram. Okay, or you can write the example of typical flower, that is the hibiscus. Main difference is that the androecium will form the association with the gynoecium in the form of monodelphous condition, and so many anthers, thousands of anthers are united by means of their filament portion, and there is a single tube in case of hibiscus flower. So this is the structure, the accessory part and the necessary part, and how they are involved in the act of reproduction. The act of reproduction is done by the process of fertilization. Dear friends, when the fertilization occurs, the union of two different gametes takes place. यहाँ जैसे मैंने बताया है कि ये necessary part है, flower के क्या है, necessary part है. Gynoecium is the female gamete and androecium have the male gamete. Male gamete produce within the pollen grain, and within the carpel region the embryo sac are formed. Okay, so both are the male and female gamete. Their union occur by the process of pollination. Pollination is the act where is the transfer of pollen gration by passing a variable generally and approaches to the stigma, and once the pollen grains, so many pollen grains are attached on the sticky surface of the stigma, they adhere because stigma is sticky in nature and secrete the sugary solution, somewhat the malic acid. That secretory sticky solution help in the adherence of so many pollen grains on their surface. Please note it, stigma is porous in nature, their wall is porous, and this humidity of the surrounding enhance the germination of pollen grains. After the germination of pollen grains, the inner wall of the pollen grains, that is intine, is protrude in the form of a long tube. This long tube is proceed inside the style. So style is the mean of entry for the pollen tube. This is the pollen tube. Student, this is the germinating pollen and this is one is the pollen tube. Pollen tube start their germination towards the embryo sac, because in the embryo sac there is a egg. Embryo sac is present in the vegetative structure nucleus, which is surrounded by the two integument. Here I am drawing the structure of angiospermic ovule, which is the anatropous ovule. That means the accessory of the embryo sac, antipoda, secondary nucleus, egg, synergid, micropyle, and micropyle is the fine opening at the seed. So all they are lie in a downward direction. Okay, That's why this ovule is known as anatropous ovule. Now, inside the ovule, the embryo sac is present. Embryo sac is nothing but the female gametophyte. ये क्या है? Female gametophyte है. So let us count how many cells are present in the embryo sac. Embryo sac are formed from the one of the cell of the nucleus. One of the cell of the nucleus undergone into the act of meiosis, and there is a formation of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 celled structure. But please student noted that there are 8 nuclei. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 nuclei, but only the 7 celled structure. Though embryo sac is the 7 celled 8 nuclei structure. This pollen tube is proceeded towards the embryo sac by means of the entry known as micropyle. Micropyle is the entry for the pollen tube, or this entry is also help in the respiration of the seed. Okay. So this act is known as sporogamy. The pollen tube having the tube nucleus. 3 nuclei in the pollen tube. First is the tube nucleus, and tube nuclei is of male gametes. Male gametes are non-motile in nature. So this is the question, why the pollen tube proceed towards the embryo sac? Because here the embryo sac attract the pollen tube towards the itself, because it secrete the calcium cation. So many calcium cations. Here this pollen tube is attracted by the calcium cations, because at the tip of this pollen tube the hormone auxin is there. Hormone auxin is there, which enhance the growth of the pollen tube towards the embryo sac, and embryo sac attract the pollen tube by means of secreting calcium cation. So in this way the pollen tube is proceed towards the embryo sac and it touches the nucleus. Okay. Inside the nucleus, the egg is there. Egg is surrounded by the 2 synergids. Once the tube nucleus of the pollen tube touches the one of the synergid will blast and form the filiform apparatus. Now, this filiform apparatus start to vibrate and proceed the first male gametes towards the egg. So, the union of egg plus first male gametes occur. That's the way the fertilization is done. That is, the egg is unite with the first male gamete. This is known as first fertilization. But we know that, student, in the angiospermic flower, double fertilization occur with the triple fusion. First fusion is occur in the 8 cell, 4 cells are here and 4 cells are here. So 1 cells comes from the 2 poles and unite to form secondary nucleus. This is termed as first fusion. This is termed as first fusion. Okay. And when the egg cell unite with the first male gamete, then it is termed as second fusion. Okay. It is termed as second fusion. Lastly, what happened? One male gamete still remain. जो अगला गैमेट रह गया है वो अब आगे प्रोसीड होगा, और जो ये सेकेंडरी न्यूक्लियस है जिसके अंदर 2 न्यूक्लियाई हैं, जिसके अंदर ऑलरेडी कितने न्यूक्लियाई हैं? 2 न्यूक्लियाई हैं। तो जो अगला मेल गैमेट है, क्योंकि 2 मेल गैमेट हैं तो एक तो फ्यूज हो चुका है एग के साथ और दूसरा फ्यूज होना बाकी है, तो दूसरा मेल गैमेट अप्रोच होता है सेकेंडरी न्यूक्लियस के पास, एंड इन दिस वे द सेकेंड गैमेट इज combines with the secondary nucleus, and there is the way the third fusion is occur, and the secondary nucleus combines with the second male gamete, and there is a formation of triploid structure that is known as endosperm. In this way the double fertilization occur. Both the male gamete are utilized by the embryo sac for the act of fertilization. So thank you students. This is all